Hey everybody, Andy Timmons. Happy to be back with you for this Guitar World Melodic Muse column. And we're going to look at a tune on my new record. The record's called Electric Truth, and this is the last track on the record called Take Me With You. Admittedly Pink Floydish in nature. And the reason I want to talk about this song today is that the opening melody of the song is all kind of on the low strings. And when we think, about melody on a lead guitar, we tend to, whatever it might be, but what the cool thing about this melody is it's all pretty much on the A and the D strings. So we're going to explore it in a way to celebrate how cool the low register and the bassier strings of the guitar can sound, in a melodic context. But also it gets us into our knowledge of the vertical fretboard instead of being in more of a position based, our patterns of pentatonics and scales and whatnot. So it deals quite a bit with how I think about the guitar melodically, and again, just because the low register is so dang cool. So let's dig into it. Let's talk about this intro melody to Take Me With You. And it's a very, basic chord progression: B minor, G major 7, E minor, A major. Okay. So very solidly in the comfort zone of a kind of minor Aeolian, if you wanted to analyze the scale choices. But what we're here to kind of celebrate is actually melody played on the lower strings, right? It just has this wonderful, throaty, almost cello-like sound to it that's just really not utilized nearly enough. I guess because some melodies need to be a little higher to cut through, Could have played the same thing as, and it's nice, but this is just it's just bolder. Just that first note, you get a nice solid B. It's powerful. It really is. And so the key with this is being comfortable, vertically or horizontally. I'm getting confused today. Horizontal playing, right? So you might start out, before we dig into the melody, of just acquainting yourself on each string. Let's just say we're going to deal with the E, A, and D string, but starting with the A. Just thinking of the scale. And that was just going straight up the B minor Aeolian. And I tend to, when I'm in this type of key, I won't play the G as much, so it's almost like a 6 note. I'll play the G every now and then if I'm on the E minor, but again, just to have that kind of, as well as the sound, but you want to visually kind of know. Start on the F of the F sharp of the same key. Or on the D string. I had to think about it there for a second. And the beauty of making an exercise out of this is again, clearly because we're a little more comfortable, I think, as guitar players in general, on the treble strings. It's just a heavier, more heavily trafficked area, so to speak. But it's really handy to also have these other areas you can go, because again, the sonic possibilities of the guitar is pretty astounding, considering there's lots of territory to be explored, and so why not, get rid of these blind spots, right? Get rid of these, just call them blind spots, right? So the horizontal approach really does a lot to take care of that. So let's talk about the actual melody. So a little bit of detail on, obviously sonically the guitar has a particularly bold and throaty tone on these lower strings. But then, the notes that I chose to play on that first chord, the B minor, I just went right up I just played the notes of the chord. It's a root, third, fifth. But then when I get to that root, once again, here I go with, I got a flat sixth chord and that root turns into the third. And there's just such a beautiful thing about that. To the A. And then straight up the pentatonic again. With the right chord progression, just really the simple 5 notes of the pentatonic can really have a wonderfully different meaning on each change, where that there couldn't be any more straight ahead notes to choose on the B minor, but when it changes to the G, there's beauty there. You want to go to the A or the C sharp on the A chord, back to the B. So I hope you'll enjoy learning my actual melody, what I played, but also experimenting with just the concepts and spend time, getting acquainted with that register of the guitar and on those strings in particular. It's going to open up so much stuff for you.